Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils Health Matters and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 26, day 4 of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing every day, Monday through Friday. And we are following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar, that you can buy at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. Now, if you love positive affirmations, and who doesn't love a little bit more positivity in their life, right? And if you love music therapy, if you love essential oils and aromatherapy, you are just going to love this book because it's the perfect combination of all of those elements. The affirmation for this week is I can digest everything very well. And this week, we've had a lot worldwide to digest. And I'm going to guess that most weeks, we have a lot going on in our lives to digest, just to keep the good, to let go of the bad that we don't need, to keep what we need, keep what's helpful, and let all the rest go. So I'm hoping that as you're concentrating on digesting things better, that your life is going better too. The affirmation for today is I can process change peacefully. And a lot has been changing in the world. As I'm shooting this video, we have the coronavirus going on, and or COVID-19, whichever way you like to call the virus. And there's just a lot of things changing right now in the world. And there's a lot unknown because not very many of us have ever seen anything like this in our lifetime. But that said, whether we're dealing with COVID-19 or whether we're dealing with a lot of other things, maybe we're dealing with changes in relationships, maybe we're dealing with just how changes in our life, how we all get older, and that brings on different changes, new experiences, new opportunities. Maybe we've moved to a new section of the country or the world, and that has brought some changes. Maybe there's just a whole list of changes that go on in all of our lives, right? Maybe they canceled your favorite TV show, and so you're trying to find something new. Who knows what it is? But we all deal with change in our lives. Isn't there a saying that that change happens to all of us, and we never know kind of what change is coming down the road? But that said, again, I want to repeat the affirmation for today. I can process change peacefully. Now, when I think about people who can are known throughout the world of processing change peacefully, I think of children. When I think of the word resilient, I think of children. Children can just go with the flow, and they, I don't know, they just have this incredible ability to bounce back. And so as I think of us processing change peacefully, I want us to remind ourselves that whatever age we are children of Heavenly Father, and we can process change peacefully. We can be resilient. We can learn new things. We can learn new ways of doing things. And we can have joy in the journey. No matter what is happening, we can have joy in the journey. Now, I homeschool, and so I'm the children's history teacher, right? Or one of them. And they also have some co-op stuff. But every year when it comes to Holocaust Remembrance Day, we turn that into Holocaust Remembrance Week, or maybe even Holocaust Remembrance Month, where we watch documentaries and movies about the Holocaust, and some of us read books. And although we're kind of more of a movie or a documentary family, anyway, um, I'm reminded of a movie that I watched on The Hiding Place. And here you have two sisters that are in a concentration camp together in Nazi, under the Nazi regime, and one of the sisters, everyone is hating life. So many people around them are just seeing the hardships and the bad things that are going on. And this one sister looks up at the night sky and is just filled with peace and the beauty of the world. So, as we sometimes get hit with changes that we don't want, or we don't understand, or that are hard for us for a time, let us look for the beauty. Let's look for the lessons. Let's look on how we can be helping in whatever situation comes our way. I remember 9/11 and a quote from Mr. Rogers. They brought Mr. Rogers back, who had kind of retired from television at that point, and they brought him back and they wanted him to say something. And he said, "In any tragedy, my mom always told me to look for the people who are helping, because there will be helpers in any situation. And in the darkest of events and in the darkest of nights, it is our time to let our light shine, to be the helpers, to be the leaders, to be the whatever it is that you have the gift of being." So whatever changes are coming to you in your life, you can process them peacefully, and you can lead out in grace and love. I can lead out in grace and love. We all have that power. Okay, so again, the affirmation for today is I can process change peacefully. And I wrote down, and I don't even see my notebook right now, but I wrote down 5 different ways that we can process change peacefully. One is learning to be resilient like children. Just knowing we can go with the flow and we can find the wisdom and the joy in whatever life throws our way. Okay? So that's the first one. The second one is journaling. As we write our thoughts and our feelings down on paper, we are able to process them. We are able to think more deeply about them and to see the joy and the gifts in whatever comes our way, and the wisdom and the strength that we get through going through them. And we can let go of the things that we need to let go of. Okay, so that's the second thing. First is being resilient like children. Second is journaling. The third is not asking why me. As we go through changes, whatever those changes are, let's not ask why me. Let's not fall into victim mentality. Let's ask, why not me? Why not me? Why, if someone has to go through this, why not me? I can handle it, and I can help others as I am handling it. Okay, so we're not going to ask why me. We're not going to fall into victim mentality. We're going to ask, why not me? We're gonna know that we can come through any change with flying colors, and be a help to other people around us through whatever changes are going on in our lives. Okay, the fourth one that I thought of was talking to others, right? Connecting, not suffering in silence, not saying, oh, everything's okay when it's really not okay. We're going to reach out. We're going to reach out to others. We're going to let them know what's going on in our lives, our thoughts and our feelings. And that lets that other people share with us back the thoughts and feelings that are going on in their lives. And together and with God, as we reach up to God, we are going to get through things just fine. Okay, so really, 4 should be reaching out to others. I've lost my list, so I don't know, but I really want to put God in his separate category, right? The God who made us, the God whose children we are, the God who loves us, the God who cares for us, who wants to answer our prayers if we will just turn to him and pray. The God who will not take away every trial, because trials do make us stronger, but he has promised to be there through every trial with us, with his angels surrounding us. Just look in the scriptures, it's there. He's promised to be there with us to help us through whatever we're going through. And so number 5 is reaching out to God. And maybe number 6 would be just meditating, just breathing, just remembering that you've made it through everything in the past. You have 100% track record of making it through everything in the past, and whatever changes you're going through now, you will make it through again. My dad has this saying, he loves to say, things come to pass, they don't come to stay. And we can handle whatever life brings our way. Okay, I may have had some other things on that list, but I don't have the list in front of me. So wherever it is, I hope it's, you know what, I would love the gift from you. I would love the gift from you of how do you best peacefully process change. I would love to hear from you. Anyway, post in the comments. Okay, now as we're thinking about processing change peacefully today, the song for the entire week is the Song of Tuonela by Opus 22, Section 3, by Sibelius. And it's a powerfully meditative song. I'm just going to say it that way. Anyway, I think if you turn it on, I think you're going to like it. If you have songs that help you process change, let me know. As I am thinking about songs, I'm thinking of that, the song, This Is My Fight song, right? Whatever changes that are hard for us, that we're going to be going through, we're not giving up. We're fighting on. And another song that comes to mind as I'm thinking about processing change is a song by Carlton. I know I've mentioned it many times to you. It's one of my favorite songs, and it's I Was Made for This. And we just got done celebrating Purim, celebrating Queen Esther saving the lives of her people. And I believe that she was made for that time when she came. And I believe that each and every one of us were put down on this earth in our locations with the people around us at our time to be a help to people. I know we are. I know. So, anyway. The diffuser blend that we are diffusing this week is 2 drops of grapefruit, which is the oil of honoring the body, 2 drops of coriander, which is the oil of integrity, and 2 drops of peppermint, which is the oil of a buoyant heart. Now, today we're going to be talking about peppermint essential oil and the emotional gifts on that. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about all the benefits of each of those oils, or not all the benefits. No one can cover all the benefits, but we're talking about many of the top physical benefits of each of those oils. But one thing you need to know about each of those oils is that they are so good for our digestion, being able to physically digest things. And we know that whatever an oil is good for physically, it's also good for emotionally. So these are amazing oils to help us digest the things that flow into us, to flow our way through this wonderful experience of life. Okay, talking about peppermint, the gifts of peppermint essential oil. Oh my gracious! I just found my list of things to help us as we're processing change, and I can see that I didn't mention 2 of them. one is having as much knowledge as we can about whatever is changing in our lives, right? The more we know and understand things, the better we're able to process our change and to go in the way that is right for us. And the other thing that I wanted to mention when it comes to processing change is being prepared. If we are prepared for the changes that are going on, then we're going to have a much better experience with whatever flows to us through life. So, my motto right now is prepare for the worst and expect the best. Well, okay, I have a lot of different mottos, but that's one of my mottos. Prepare for the worst and expect the best. I think that's a good motto to have. Anyway, do you have a motto when it comes to change? Let me know. I would love to know. Okay, so here are some of the gifts of peppermint essential oil. First of all, it's very, very energizing, and it feels like a rush of fresh energy into your system when you smell it or when you taste it. Caleb, can you pull me the peppermint, please? As I'm talking, I'll be talking a little bit about putting a peppermint essential oil in your water. Now, again, I have to just put a disclaimer here in that the only essential oil that I would ever, the only brand of essential oils that I would ever trust putting in my water is doTERRA essential oils. And that is because they third-party test every single batch of oil. And they put a batch number on the bottom of every bottle, so you can see every single test that's been run on your oils and the results from those tests. I love how transparent doTERRA is. And can you ingest every single batch of doTERRA, every single oil that doTERRA makes? No, you can't, because some are just supposed to be made to be used topically or aromatically, but you can digest many essential oils. Caleb, just pull me. Found it? Okay, perfect. So, yeah, thank you. Okay, so peppermint essential oil, again, there's a batch number on each of the bottoms of the oil. Now, I just wanted to show you this too. Every essential oil that doTERRA makes that you can ingest will have a supplement fact on it, and it looks like this. It's just like the supplement facts on your cereal box, and it will tell you how to use them, and you'll know if it has a supplement facts on it that it is made to also be digested as well as used topically or aromatically. So that's just super easy way to check. You can also check online. Can we ingest this? But that's the way I usually check, just looking for the supplement facts. Well, and then after using essential oils for so long, I pretty much know which essential oils can be ingested and not. But I often do check, on the bottle just to do a double check. Okay, peppermint stimulates the mind. It increases our ability to focus and concentrate. Dr. Dembar from the University of Cincinnati showed that it increases mental accuracy by 28% in students that they tested. 28%, that could be like a full letter grade depending on what test you're taking. So definitely I would use it for before going into exam time. It wakes you up. If you are sleepy about 3 p.m. instead of reaching for your caffeinated drink or your sugary treat, try reaching for peppermint instead. So you can diffuse it. You can put, like if it was me, I just put like a drop of peppermint on my hand and put a drop of wild orange on my hand because it's a super uplifting oil. Rub my hands together, smell that, and then put it on my neck, back of my neck, and on my shoulder area. It's just going to be like a mini visit to a spa. It's going to wake you up and it's going to just kind of refresh you and make you happy. Peppermint essential oil can also help with cravings. It can it can help with cravings, and it can help release the need for munching. So if you're muddled or you're confused about life, peppermint essential oil, it can help. It can help open your understanding and help you see more clearly what's happening around you. I think it does this because it helps to lessen the emotional pain. And sometimes we don't like looking about what's really going on in our in our life or in our circles because it causes pain. So peppermint, because it has the ability to lessen emotional pain, can help us see what's really going on. And when we see what's really going on, we are so much better able to deal with things in a positive way or in a useful way. Peppermint is a great emotional cleanser. It can help lingering heavy emotions, and it can also help with unhealthy attachments and unfounded fears. Peppermint is a really, really good oil to smell first thing in the morning, especially, well, one, because it wakes you up, but two, if you're like that type of person who never remembers your dreams, or if you have like a dream that you wake up and you're like, oh, I totally want to remember that. I want to write that down. I feel like there's wisdom in that dream for me. Peppermint oil can help because it can help you kind of just like become instantly awake, but still remembering what you were dreaming about. So you have that energy and that alertness to write down what you were dreaming about. That can help you in your life. It can help those who are suffering with depression to see the joy in life. No matter what is happening in life, there is always a gift. There's never an experience that we go through without a gift. And peppermint allows us, again, it decreases the pain that can happen with some experiences, allowing us to see the gifts that really do come through. It can, just like it aids digestion, it also helps us aid in digesting emotional things that are going on around us. It can help us digest new ideas, new impressions, or even new circumstances, right? It can be soothing in small amounts, and it can be very, very stimulating in larger amounts. So if you want to be feel awake and feel uplifted, you can blend it with wild orange, or grapefruit essential oils. If you want a very nourishing blend, you can blend it with basil, thyme, rosemary, and marjoram. And if you want to have a blend that kind of connects you with greater inspiration, you can blend it with cedarwood, cypress, or thyme. Okay, peppermint boosts memory, it boosts focus, and it is an amazing oil to help in lessening pain and giving you almost like a mini vacation from your problems. As I think of those words, mini vacation from your problems, I think of that old movie, I think from the 80s. What About Bob, where this guy has so many different problems, and he decides he's going to take a vacation from him because his therapist says take a vacation from your problems, and he decides to do it, and it's life changing for him. Now, I love this book. It's called Essential Emotions: Your Guide to Process, Release, and Live Free. And I often quote a little bit from this book, but I usually don't read you the whole entire page from this book. But I feel that there's a lot of wisdom on this page that I just want to read you this book. So bear with me. I think you're going to love what you learn. Peppermint, the oil of a buoyant heart. Peppermint brings joy and buoyancy to the heart and soul. It invigorates the body, mind, and spirit, and reminds individuals that life can be happy. That they don't have to be controlled by fear. Like, we get to choose how much we're going to let fear control us. It lifts an individual out of their emotional trials for a short reprieve. And sometimes we all need a break from what's going on around us. When individuals use peppermint, they feel as though they're gliding through life. It assists on staying on the surface of emotional issues, like floating on top of water. Okay, so it's going to go on how we don't want to abuse this. That we don't want to, like, sometimes we just need a break from our problems, and we just need to take a vacation from them, right? And peppermint can help with that. But we don't want to ignore the things that are really, really going on. So we need to take a break and then get under what's really going on and how can we solve it. And the only way we can solve it is by looking at it. Or at least that's one of the best ways. So back to this book. The power of peppermint can be felt most in times of discouragement or despair. When individuals are disheartened, they may use peppermint to rediscover the joy of being alive. However, a person may abuse the properties of peppermint oil if it is used as a permanent escape to avoid dealing with emotional pain. It can hinder growth and progress. So we want to use it just for times when we need a little bit of a vacation from our problems. We don't want to use it as I'm not looking at what's really going on around me, right? It aids individuals who need a short breather. At times, a reprieve is necessary before re-entering emotional waters. But one is not meant to wade in the shallow end forever. Don't you love how this book says things? When it is accepted and embraced, emotional pain serves as a teacher. Peppermint can assist individuals in regaining the strength needed to face their emotional reality. So the negative emotions that are addressed are unbearable anguish, intense despair, heavy-heartedness, pessimistic, and sad. And the positive properties that peppermint can help bring back in are being buoyant, optimistic, relieved, and it can help give us the strength to face emotional pain. So, peppermint. So many gifts of peppermint. Again, I'm reminding you that we are the diffuser blend that we're diffusing this week is 2 drops of grapefruit, the oil of honoring the body, coriander, which is the oil of integrity, and 2 drops of peppermint, which is the oil of a buoyant heart. Now, as I think about grapefruit, I just want to say one quick thing on the affirmation for today, which is I can process change peacefully. And I do think that one of the things that helps us be able to process changes peacefully is when we are nurturing our bodies, when we're getting enough sleep, when we're getting the proper nutrition for our bodies. It can help us better process change. So if you're going through some major changes right now, please be sure to be nurturing your body. Okay, reminding us that the song for the week is The Swan of Tuolina, Opus 22, Section 3 by Sibelius, and that the affirmation for the entire week is, I can digest everything very well. We can digest everything that's going on around us. We can keep the good and run with what serves us, and we can let go of what is not serving us. We have the power to make life joyful no matter what life hits us with. We do. This is Suzanne. I do and you do, and with God, we can make it a great day. This is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life. Bye-bye.